So normally I would start by going off into this pipe, but one of the favors that Kubikut asks for is something that we need to do here, and I actually, like, I was curious, and you can actually get what... Oh, that was the wrong one. Starting again. Yeah, you can actually do the thing. Yeah, yeah, do the thing. Before Kubikut asks you to do it. So yeah, now we have the red drawer way before Kubikut asked us to. Don't buy. Okay, so yeah, that is a thing. Though it kind of makes sense. It makes sense that you can do it since, like, once you learn it, then you know about it. But like, before you know about it, you don't really know. So let's get on to the final 3 favors that we have to do for Kubikut. Kind of feels weird knowing that, like, this is the second last time that we're going to be doing favors. No, second last time that we're going to be just running around aimlessly. Really. But yes, also now is the time, well, this episode we're finally gonna get back to delivering some letters. It's like we only delivered 2 before we just kind of like stopped. Yeah. I think I was intending to like deliver them, but I just kind of stopped. Okay. So we just leave the area and then come back. And then we should get the thing that we need. Somehow it's a package as well, so, or like, it's an item that we don't really know what's inside of it. Really. But yeah, you'd think after like recording for like 2 hours yesterday, I would have rested a little bit, I guess. But didn't. That being said, I'm kinda sort of not in the mood to do this. I'm only really doing it because, like, just to get it done. Probably not the best time to do it, but like, why not? You know? And we get a single coin. Yay. Hey. Just happen to have a coconut with us. And here's the final favor, and he tells you to go fuck off to get a jar, but we have it already. Okay, that is the final 3 star pieces that we have. Or that he has. And I think fittingly, the technically final favor he has is to tell us to go defeat Bowser. Yeah. Okay, now we cut around a bit. Cause we have a few letters to go deliver, so yeah, I'll deliver the ones in Toadtown first. and then like go by area, like area, in area to area basis, really. Yeah. But there is one letter out of all the letters we have that I'm not going to deliver now. That is because it starts a chainmail sequence, and we can't complete it, or we can't do all of the steps until... Okay. Just opening something up for chapter 7. Don't delay, sir. I'm going to delay quite a bit. But yes, part of the chain quest, or the chainmail quest doesn't, or is part of chapter 7. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, how many letters are left for Toad Town? But yeah, certainly we could have had like a lot more star pieces by now. But doing it this way, it's nice and convenient. Sort of. Not really. I guess. Also, I suppose we'll get to see a lot of glitching out in this episode, just via the partners. Well, more specifically Paracaro, I suppose. Okay, onward to the... oh no, right, there's that. There's actually one Toad over here. Okay, and then should be... okay. One more Toad, and then we get to move around a bit. Yay! I just want to cut around a lot in this episode. Since we are going to be traveling quite a bit. Oh. Okay. I'll go to those places now since they're not out of the... well, not really out of the way. Wait. Here in Goomba Village, we have... mail for Gunpowder? Okay. See, that's kind of really confusing since he's Gunpowder, and then he's Gunpapa. What? I guess that is a little bit confusing. Okay, and then I'm assuming because the letter is addressed to a toad, or has T in the name, it's addressed to a toad. Right? I'm assuming that's right. Okay, cool. I was a little bit confused that now there was just a toad in here. Okay. So that might mean that... oh yeah, the final letter that we're going to be delivering in this episode is addressed to someone in Boo's mansion. So I'll go see you over there. Fuck you. I'll go see you over there. Okay, in Boo's mansion, if we talk to this guy... okay, yeah. he is equal. I really wish that some of the Boo, like, they gave distinguishing, like, they made it easier to tell Boos apart, ones that you might need to go address or give them letters. Maybe. Okay, so I'll meet you back in the Town sewers in front of the interesting guy that we saw last episode. Okay. So I did clear out my inventory. Only because this guy that we're going to be talking to, he has a lot to sell us. But, can't exactly tell what he has. And yes, between episodes I did go and get more coins. Because we need to buy stuff from him 10 times. And, yeah, the 10th time is a star piece. But, in between them and there, he definitely rips you off. Because his name is Cheat Repo. So, yeah. And, actually, in my practice save file, the 10th purchase from him was the soul star piece that I missed. Only because, like, I didn't look up anything about it. It was like, okay, he's just selling me dried shrooms. We don't need, I don't need to go to him anymore. But, yeah. Technically I didn't need 909 coins, but, it's just, yeah. Okay, my dude, fuck off. So, after the 10th purchase, he just sells you dredge rooms. It's like, what? So, now we have... I guess I didn't really need to clear my inventory, but I guess it did help. But now, let us go cook the singular recipe that, the ingredients from Chapter 6 allows us to make. I'll meet you back in the kitchen. A bit of a fun fact, the Toad store in the first scene of Toad Town, that Toad will pay you more for dried shrooms than normal mushrooms. It's like, what? Granted, it is only $1 more, but like, still. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for the, recipe box, but, you can use any other color berry for this recipe. It's just that I decided to, use Rad Blue because, like, that's the easiest one to go get, really. Since, you can... Oh, it's just nearby the, thing of, thingy thing. Yeah, So... The fuck was that? Something just rubbed up against my leg. Yeah, about the amazing Crazy Daisy situation I talked about in a few episodes ago. It's only the two amazing Crazy Daisies in that batch of flowers that can be Amazing Daisy instead, and there can only really be one Amazing Daisy at a time, so the dream of having all of the Crazy Daisies being Amazing Daisies instead would it's sadly not possible. Okay, what I'm going to do now is the reason why I wanted to do this tonight instead of doing it some other time, but it's time we go pay a visit to Little Oink Oink Farm. I'm not going to make you sit through all of this, or at the same speed, or like, at the speed, so I will let editing LTs take over from here. As it's time to test my luck. So I'll sign out now. Next episode, well, in this episode, we finally delivered some letters. If there's a reason the post is slow in Toad Town, don't tell anyone that was because of me. Blame Paracarry. But our next episode, we will start chapter 7. But until then, I've got to go break the piggy bank. Well, welcome to Little Oink Oink Farm 101, or a brief overview of how this place works, because it's interesting to say the least. I have been referring to this place as a shop, as this is the place where you can get the rarer items of the game, which you might think might be limited, but in fact they just are placed in a very poorly placed shop where the items you find are based on RNG. So yeah, so even though a few episodes ago I didn't sound too disappointed in the fact that I lost a gemming jelly, that's kind of because you can find more gemming jellies here. It's just like more time I'll need to sink into that to recover the loss of that. Yeah, getting into the basics here, you can only spawn in 10, or only 10 pigs spawn in. If an 11th one comes in, the first pig you've spawned in there goes away and it drops an item. But if you decide to go into the pen yourself, all of the pigs go away, but they don't drop an item, effectively resetting your progress back to 0. Yeah, that's like the most annoying part of this. That little fact can make it go on for like ages. Depending on your speed of how fast you do this, you can actually get more than one item. In fact, as you can see here, I regularly get 2 items instead of just 1. That's what I sort of meant by the whole 2-for-1 deal. But if you are fast enough, you can get 3, but how? There are different types of pigs, and of course every pig has a different rarity, and the ones with the more rare items happen to have the lower chances of appearing. And guess what rarity they decided to choose for the pigs that happen to drop the items that we need for recipes in the future. Yeah, they're like the lowest. Gold pigs, which drop ultra shrooms, have a 3% chance. And we need quite a bit of those. The silver pigs, however, drop jamming jellies, but they actually have a roughly a 10% chance of occurring. Getting back to the whole thing of it going into the pen to retrieve the items resets your progress. Completely can just be so annoying. In fact, I believe in this recording, that happened, and it did happen, like, it can happen, sort of thing. So getting back on the point of the whole gold pig, in the Japanese version, the gold pigs drops a jelly ultra, which is a recipe that we're going to be making quite soon, and it's like, what? How the fuck did that pig go to Taste Tea with the recipes he needed in the time he hatched? What? Also, if you're wondering why this footage doesn't seem all that sped up, it only took me 10 minutes to get at least one Ultra Serum and one Jamming Jelly. And that's with the added stipulation that, if you go in to get the item, your progress gets reset, and, I did have one of the golden or silver pigs just run away. Yay. But, yes, I'm not going to force you to sit through this again. I'm going to be doing this in between episodes, quietly suffering by myself. Although maybe I might stream this, because, we're gonna need a lot of those fucking items, mate.